So, a lot of times we really over glamorize sin. Like it's this cool, edgy thing to do. And then when someone says, no, you shouldn't do it, we're like, oh, I'm definitely going to do it because now you've told me I shouldn't. But instead, I really want to capture the idea that sin is making a mistake. It's messing up in the like stupid sense. And so the best way I could figure out to just convey that was sin is derp. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with that meme, derp is a combination of the words duh and der, so it's an expression of, wow, I just did something really dumb. It can be a verb, so you could say derping, derped, that kind of thing. And then you could also say herp derp, would be like a longer form of it. But anyway, it's just someone messes up and they say derp. That's where it comes from. I really like the whole making a mistake view because it highlights a difference in how we view free will. So there's two different like competing ones, and a lot of times we don't realize there's two different ones. So if we read people from different time periods, like the ancient Greeks, their concept is different than ours. The classical view, and then William of Occam's view, which we share. So the two views. The first one. So I'm going to go with the classical view. Freedom is for excellence. It has a purpose. It's not just the ability to choose between contraries, but to do what is good, what is excellent, that kind of thing. So any sort of skill or craft has a certain excellence to it. So you can't just sit down and play this beautiful piano piece without practice. You are not free to play the piano until you have practiced. So freedom is the ability to do something good, which requires training. Contrast with our current view, starting with William of Ockham, which is freedom is indifferent. There's just all of these various contrary things, and I'm just choosing among them. And so in that sense, we can say, well, we're free to do evil because we can pick anything. Whereas like for Aristotle, free to do evil is a contradiction because doing evil is making a mistake. Free to make a mistake, you're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. It'd be like asking someone who's fluent in the language, well, can you make a mistake? And you kind of look at them like, well, the point is to not. I've practiced so that I don't. Being a hero takes practice. Holiness takes practice. I'm equating holiness and heroicness because they're similar. They require sacrifice. They're pursuing a good thing, and this takes training so that when you're in the moment, you can do the thing you need to do. So like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, if he didn't practice with the sword, he's not going to last very long in battle because he's just not trained for it. Or like, let's say someone wants to be a surgeon or a pilot. They can have general goodwill and be really sincere, but if they're not trained in how to do that, I'm not going to trust them with my surgery or to fly a plane. So all of the great things in life, all of the heroic things we can do require sacrifice. And by making those sacrifices, we get trained, we have that skill. And so instead of derping, we are heroic and we are growing in holiness. Sin is when we choose shiny over better, which means today you and I have a choice. We can choose, in every moment, we can choose shiny or better. We can choose derp or heroicness. Be a hero today. I really hope for one of the outtakes I just instinctively say derp. I don't know if that's going to happen, so we'll see.